According to the Department of Government Efficiency, federal cuts have continued in South Dakota. Last week, the Cottington County Farm Service says agencies became the first least cut in the state. Now more than a dozen federal offices in South Dakota are now listed on DOGE's wall of receipts that keeps track of cuts around the nation. According to DOGE, the cuts could amount to nearly $2.5 million in savings. To see a full list of the South Dakota cuts, head to this story on dakotanewsnow.com.